And this is the latest as far as the Gyanvapi case is concerned, where we're understanding the Supreme Court has extended interim directions till further orders of the court. That's the update coming in as far as the Gyanvapi case is concerned. Remember, the Hindu parties on Thursday had requested the Supreme Court to extend its 17th May interim order directing the Varanasi district magistrate to seal off the Wuzu Khana inside the Gyanvapi mosque to protect the Shivling, which was purportedly discovered during a trial court ordered survey. Let me bring in my colleague Ananya, who's been tracking all these developments for us. Ananya, what does this mean when the Supreme Court extends the interim directions?
Well, the Supreme Court has extended the interim direction which it had passed 8 weeks ago, wherein it had clearly said that the area wherein that Shivling or that perpetrated structure that had been discovered during the Advocate Commissioner's survey was discovered should be protected, and the Varanasi district magistrate shall actually in fact protect this particular structure. So this direction has been extended. The whole area would remain protected till the time Supreme Court actually decides the special leave petition that has been filed by the Muslim side. Remember, Mr. Huzaifa Ahmadi, senior advocate, was arguing for, in fact, the Muslim side, clearly saying that if at all the court wants to continue hearing this particular matter, the Gyanvapi suit, then the interim direction needs to be issued. In fact, it was also informed that the reply to this particular SLP special leave petition has not been filed. Remember that the Muslim side had approached the topmost court of the country challenging the orders of the Varanasi court and in fact also the appointment of the Advocate Commissioner into this particular case. So now what has happened is that the court has asked the respondents to file their response into this particular matter, which include the Hindu side would also be filing a response before the Supreme Court. Remember that in an earlier response that was filed before the topmost court of the country, the Hindu side had claimed that there is a clear indication that the whole the structure and the whole area where the Gyanvapi mosque is situated is actually a temple, and there are not only documents of the Indian times but also the British colonial times, court orders and other documents which suggest that this was a temple and not a mosque. So a very, very clear stand of the Hindu side would also be coming in within 2 weeks. 2 weeks have been given to file response, and 2 weeks thereafter have been given out to file any kind of a rejoinder or a counter submission to those responses that would come in from the respondent. So we'll have to wait and watch as to how things pan out in fact the Supreme Court. But at the same point of time, the interim orders wherein the whole Wuzu Khana was sealed and that premises was given under the watchdog of the Varanasi district magistrate would remain extended. The whole place would remain protected, and we'll have to wait and watch as to how the Supreme Court would proceed on this matter. Remember that this is Chief Justice of India, Dhananjay Yashwant Chandrachud, who would be hearing this matter again. And also, very importantly, we shall remember that when the matter
Ananya, I'll just request you to stay on with us. I want to take in a reaction from our colleague Pranshu also, who's been patiently waiting. Pranshu, as Ananya was rightly pointed out, this is exactly what the Hindu parties had requested. Are we already seeing a reaction from them?
Well, so far we are waiting for a response, and I think the Hindu sides, including Vishnu Jain and others, they would be making a comment once they come out of the court. But what the matter here clearly is that, that for the matter, this entire case will also be dealt by the Supreme Court, and the fact that the entire protected area, that is, the structure which is being claimed as a fountain by the Muslim side and a Shivling by the Hindu side, that entire structure will continue to remain sealed. And also the district court's order, the district judge's order, recent orders in which it has clearly dismissed the Hindu argument, saying that, we should be allowed to worship at that spot, or that ceiling of that area should be lifted. Those orders, those requests were also cancelled by the district judge court. So I think at the moment this is a win-win situation both for the Hindu and the Muslim side. Muslim side clearly gets, as Amanya was pointing out, 3 weeks time to file a reply to the interim application that was filed by the Hindu side. And for the time being, Hindu side will also say that, the Supreme Court is dealing with our case, and the protection of that entire site as per the Hindu demand, that also continues.
Okay, I'll just request our colleagues to stay on with us. I quickly have to shift off.